Primary Colors by Klein. Read by Stephen J. Cohen. The class was seated around a large round oak table. They were what the WPA muralist had in mind, a saintly proletariat. The librarian, condescending to them in the reflexive, unconsciously insulting manner of public servants everywhere, introduced the visitor. Governor Jack Stanton, who has been a great friend of continuing education and is now running for... She tossed a flirtatious look his way. Cover. Do you want to say a few... No, y'all go on ahead, he purred. Don't mind me. He took a seat away from the table, deftly respecting the integrity of the class. I sat diagonally across the room from him. I could watch him watching them. Howard stood behind me, leaning against a bookcase. They introduced themselves. They were waitresses, dishwashers, and janitors, most in their 20s and 30s, people with night jobs. Each read a little. The women had an easier time of it than the men, who really struggled. And then they said something about their lives. It was very moving. The last to go was Dwayne Smith, who weighed 300 pounds easy and was a short-order chef. They just kept passing me up, he said. Couldn't read a lick. Had a learning disability. He looked over to the librarian to make sure he had said it right. Dwayne's dyslexic, she said. They just kept passing me up, 3rd grade, 4th grade, and I'm like too proud, It was like no one noticed anyways. I sit in the back. I ain't a mouthy person. I don't cause no trouble. I stick to my own self, so I go on through, all the way through. I graduate elementary school. They send me to Ben Franklin General Studies. Well, they could have sent me to the Bronx Zoo. No one ever tell me nothing. No one ever say, Dwayne, you can't read. What you gonna do with your sorry ass? Excuse me. He looked over at the governor, who smiled, urging him on. This was 20 years ago, the librarian interjected. We're better about catching those things now. As if that canceled out such monumental callousness, the numb stupidity of the system.